Don't go into the parking basement yet. It's a very precarious situation down there. You could seriously fuck things up if you make an uninformed decision, and that would be bad. Visit my office on the 4th floor and talk to me before you do anything you'll regret later.
I don't think I'll ever understand those scientists. What's so interesting about staring at plastic?
Gas!
Oh my god!
Watch out! Tear gas! Don't rub your eyes! Ah, it hurts!
Don't kill me!
Well, I feel kind of flattered having a huge dragon beg me for mercy.
You're not with WorldCorp?
No, my name is Trescon.
Well, whoop-de-doo!
What are you doing down here?
I was graffitiing King's toilets with some of my friends when they caught us in there. I wasn't small enough to get back out.
I was sent by Cashew to get you out of here.
Hooray! What do you want me to do?
It should be clear. Just make your way to the exit.
Absolutely! See you up there then. You got me out! Time to return the favor. I have a recording of a holocom transmission that Deus recorded just before he disappeared.
That could be just the break I need to get started on my investigation. Where did you get this?
I stole it from WorldCorp. That's why we broke in here. We wanted to see if we could find any evidence that WorldCorp is behind the kidnapping. And maybe we have. I haven't had a chance to play it back yet though. Here, let me upload it to your data vault.
I'll have to take a look at this as soon as possible. It was a pleasure meeting you, Silver Dragon.
Likewise, Trescon. May you live long with the blessings of the great Lamar upon you.
No! Son of a whore! Goddamn shit on a stick! You're dead meat, Trescon! Dead meat! If you ever get anywhere near this building again, I will have you riddled with bullets! Smashed into a fucking thin paste! Burned into ashes! And buried on the bottom of the fucking sea! I'll kill you, Trescon! I'll fucking kill you for opposing me!
Yes?
Hello, Chrissy. It's Trescon again.
Oh, hi, Tristan. Come right in.
waiver? I'd like to ask you some questions about Andreas.
I'm sorry, I can't discuss that. Ask me again when your affiliation to this organization has been further affirmed.
I'm Trescon. I was brought in to...
Yes, I know who you are, but your allegiance is still pretty much up in the air as far as I see it. Prove yourself to PDX, and then we'll talk.
You'll only tell me if I join PDX?
Join is not the word I would use. I simply don't trust you as far as I could throw you right now. Come back when you're in the fold, so to speak.
But are you even officially working for PDX yourself?
No. Now, please vacate my lab. I have work to do.
It's done. He's out of there.
I know. SD sent me a PM. Great work. There's a holocom unit out back that you should be able to play Deus's recording on. Just go through the door to my right and take a left. Down the hall to my right, and then through the door on the left.
WorldCorp investigation log, August 31st, 2004. I lost my last informant yesterday. Like the three others before her, Tyra disappeared without a trace. A few hours before our meeting was scheduled. It has the stench of zero presence's work about it. And now, once again, I have no solid lead to confirm the increasingly nasty rumours I keep digging up. One thing I know without a doubt, WorldCorp is the most putrescent, paranoid and mistrustful company atmosphere I've ever encountered. Employees there don't get fired. They vanish like dew before the sun, each one fueling the terrible rumours and paranoia spreading throughout the corporation. I almost have enough circumstantial evidence to support the claim that WorldCorp has their own intelligence branch somewhere in the city, perhaps even hidden away in their headquarters. But I don't think it would hold up against Scarer's army of attorneys. I have to keep looking. The old log is full, so just to maintain my overview, I'll list the rumours I'm investigating about WorldCorp here. The most widespread rumour that you're bound to pick up if you walk into any bar in the city is that WorldCorp is abducting people right off the street to use for illegal experiments. This is definitely the most likely rumour of the bunch. The second rumour is that Scarer is killing his employees if they start to question the things he makes them do, or if they get too close to sensitive material. Considering the experiences with my informants, this is definitely looking pretty likely. The third rumour is that Scarer is researching a way to make himself immortal by the same means as we moderators. Needless to say, this is an extremely frightening prospect. Fourth, he seems to be training a private army out on Rydberg Field, the home of WorldCorp Logistics. Yeah, right. This is less of a rumour and more a horrifying fact. A new rumour has surfaced recently. Well, it's more of a clue than a rumour, actually. Before her disappearance, Tyra sent me vague evidence that Scarer is looking for a way to leave the atmosphere of Forum Planet. This is allegedly connected to his recent takeover of Aunt Betty Industries, but I just can't see the connection yet. I can't bring more WorldCorp people into this. My investigation may have already killed 4 innocent employees in that company, so from now on I'll have to find another way to obtain information. I have to gather enough evidence to ban Scarer before it's too late.
Deus's recording was a log from his investigations of WorldCorp.
Yes, he told me he was looking into that. Apparently, the more he kept digging, the more dirt he found on Skara.
At the moment, it seems pretty likely that WorldCorp is behind the abduction. They're clearly our primary suspect.
Yes, I agree. What's your plan?
I'm going back to WorldCorp to look for evidence of the things Deus was talking about. If it's true that Skara has his own espionage department, they're bound to have some files about DD. I assume I'll be on my own over there.
I'm sorry we can't offer you the help you're used to. As you know, we decommissioned all the CIS agents except Wincuman, who keeps track of our armory, and Evil, who maintains our system. Neither AO nor Raving are in any shape to help, and we've lost contact with Miss Griffin and Wolfie.
I could really use Evil's help if you could spare him.
Of course. I'll just need your HUD access codes.
So you can spy on me through my own eyes?
It'll be Evil most of the time. It'll be just like Phasmatus watching your missions back in CIS.
Sure, as long as nobody else will ever get these codes.
Never. I'm a man of my word. If you're going into WorldCorp, I have something you can use to extract their files directly from their storage servers.
A spyware device?
Exactly. I think their nearline storage servers are on the second floor. Place the device on any of their servers, activate it with this multi-tool, and then get back out of there. This device will send all data to us, and we'll be able to look through King's files. Won't be easy though, now you've made enemies with the security crew.
Their security isn't as tight as you'd think. I'll come back and go through the data with you when the device is in place.
Here, you'll also need a password to the front door of this building. This key opens the back door to the staircase as well. And stop by Jonas' lab and Wincuman in the armory on your way out. They've got some additional equipment for you. I'll PM you when you place the box on the right server.
Hey, Presscon. Kashu told me about your mission. He also instructed me to give you some stuff for the assignment.
Yeah, anything you have will help.
Well, I have a shotgun, a stealth pistol, and a couple of multi-tools. That's pretty much it. I wish I could give you more, but most of the equipment goes to law enforcement with the lockdown and all. Besides, everything is complete chaos at the moment. Can you believe they installed me in one of the bloody toilets? And this desk! Kashu promised me a new desk soon.
That should suffice. I can always pick up some more stuff from Ravings if I need it.
Yeah, you can get pretty much anything you'll need from Ravings, especially once Kashu starts paying you. Anyway, the armor is behind the door to your right. The code is 1987. Just grab the stuff on the sink. I mean shelf. There are some weapon mods in the crates too. Take those as well. Accuracy and recoil as far as I recall.
Thanks a lot. That should keep me supplied for a while. How well do you know Deus Diablo? I don't suppose you know anything which might be of help.
I didn't know him very well. He usually spent his time out in the streets like Phasmatus. Believe me, I would have told Kashu if I knew anything. Besides the fact that DD was a moderator and seemed to be a nice guy, I could really use that 500 credits reward they put out for useful information.
How about Despot? What can you tell me about him?
Despot? Well, actually I've never met him. I don't know if any of us have. Although I'd guess Kashu and fans probably met him in person long ago. He never even lifted a finger around here. Even when DxO blew up our old HQ and we moved here, we didn't hear from him. They might as well not have given him an office, but I guess it's a matter of formalities.
What is this PDX-DxO war about anyway? Nobody seems to know.
And neither do I. In fact, none of us here do. Chances are only the DxO people know why they keep attacking us. We just do our best to defend ourselves, but they clearly despise us enough to persist in their attacks. Enough that they keep trying to kill us off. Just a few hours ago, they placed a bomb in one of our delivery vans, blew the van and half our old headquarters to smithereens.
Yeah, I heard. It's horrible.
If we could at least communicate with them somehow, all of this fighting might be avoided. It just seems so senseless.
It does. But I believe I was asking you what you can tell me about Despot.
Ah, yes, he's the guy who runs PDX, but he's been so busy of late, I can't wrap my brain around it. Even on Sundays, he's as busy as a Japanese beaver.
There are no beavers in Japan.
You know what I mean. Anyway, I suspect he's either slacking a lot, or something is preventing him from doing his administrative work. King Shu has to take care of everything around here. It's been months since he did any ordinary moderator work. But what could be more important than running the city?
Maybe it would be worth trying to find out. Do you know anything else interesting?
Well, I can tell you what I know about the PDX staff. Anybody in particular you want to hear about?
What can you tell me about Evil Invasion?
Evil mostly keeps to himself. He's a coder, programmed the security system of WorldCorp or something. He used to run DxO before they turned into some sort of terrorist cell. They were sensible back then. Then he got tired of managing and Despot offered him a job with us on the newspaper. He accepted, and since then, things have been going downhill.
Why don't you use him to negotiate with DxO?
Things have changed since he ran DxO. They operate in secret now, and their headquarters have been moved underground. We also know they have an outpost here in Forest City, but nobody knows where. It's a very well kept secret.
Know anything interesting about Jonas?
He's good at making orgs, a real geek. If you ever need to know anything about augmentations, go to Jonas, but brace yourself. He's an arrogant bastard. Despot let him use some of our empty rooms to set up an nanotech lab, and he's been paying his rent with augmentations for our moderators.
His name came up in a connection with WorldCorp.
Yes, he was actually a co-founder of that company, back when Scarab B. King was one of the good guys. I know that's difficult to imagine now.
Now that you mention it, I think I remember meeting him once. Everything's changed so much since then. What happened between the two?
I'm not sure. Jonas refuses to talk about it. Slicer theorized in his story about the event that Jonas wouldn't accept experimenting on humans. I don't really know about that. Jonas doesn't seem much like the type of guy who thinks about anyone but himself.
What's with this King Cashew fellow?
Cashew's a really hard-working guy, and a good leader, and he doesn't like casualties. He's an elected moderator of Forum City, but these days he's spending all his time behind the desk doing Despot's work. If I were Despot, I would have named Cashew second in command. I just don't know what went through his head, appointing Gon.
You mentioned Slicer. Who's that?
Oh, Slicer works on the newspaper along with Evil. He writes almost all of the articles. Really productive fellow. Don't know much about him apart from that. I think he's at an assignment right now.
Thanks for the info. See you later.
Yeah, see ya.
TrustCon. Ah, good. Come over here for a second. I require you to listen to me. TrustCon, KK asked me to help you out, so I've decided to grace you with my newest brilliant invention.
What is it?
An augmentation, of course. That's what I do.
Right. Which augmentation?
What? Oh, right. It's in the showcase beside my desk. The code is 160486. I'm much too busy to explain how it works, so you'll just have to play around with it a bit. I think there's a medbot somewhere around here that'll implant it for you.
That's ingenious. I heard you were intelligent, but nobody said you were this brilliant. There must be no limits to your talents.
Why, thank you. I am quite good, am I? Listen, you might need this too. It'll improve that arc quite a bit.
I am truly honored.
I want to ask you about Andreas.
Andreas? My star patient, yes?
You made his augs, no?
That I did. Damn good job I did too.
How modest of you. Anyway, I've never seen a kid with augmentations before.
That's because they're goddamn difficult to implant orgs in. Usually you would kill them off trying to augment them, but this Andreas had an odd compatibility with the technology. Still wasn't easy to adapt them to his body. I had to make sure they'd stay in place as he grows up, you know.
Is that so? Winkelmann was under the impression the very reason you left WorldCorp was because you wouldn't test nano-augmentations on human subjects.
Well, yes, but this was different. Okay, I couldn't resist the temptation to try that out. Child augmentation had never been attempted before. Consider the medical implications the technology could have. I'm still working on ways to simplify the process.
But basically you could have killed him.
No, for God's sake. I did my homework. I'm not a complete amateur. I'm not like those WorldCorp hacks. I told you, Andreas had an inherent compatibility with the technology. I would have never gone through with the procedure otherwise. I managed to reduce the error margin to a mere 8% before the augmentation began. That's very acceptable.
Interesting. So, what do you know about this black ice?
Oh, you should talk to Evil Invasion about that. He made that probe. He also created a cut-down version for the kid. Didn't work, of course, but it can't all be as brilliant as I.
No. Hey.
Hello Trescon. How's it going? Hope KK didn't wear you out.
Nah, I'll be alright. Just gotta get back into the whole spy business again.
Anything I can help with?
Your name came up in connection with a security program called Black Ice.
Ah yes, I programmed it. Along with that guy.
Which guy?
No. That guy is his handle. He's a true nerd. He never leaves his beloved terminal. I'm quite sure he's still employed at WorldCorp. Unlike me, he had nothing against working for free.
You wouldn't happen to know anything interesting about Black Ice?
Yes, I know quite a bit about it, of course. Including how to bypass it if you need to.
I certainly do.
You'll need an update for Icebreaker most people in the city use. As far as I remember, you don't know much about hacking, do you?
Yeah, I've learned by now.
Alright, no problem then. Here, I'll upload the update to your data vault. This should allow you to hack into WorldCorp systems without being detected by Black Ice. Of course, if you stay too long in there, it'll notice you eventually, so you need to be as careful as you are with any other system. WorldCorp tech monkeys protect their system well, and they're slightly complicated to hack.
I'll keep that in mind. Thank you.
If you want to know more about the security of WorldCorp, maybe you should try asking Raving Nutter. He sent that kid of his in there not too long ago.
Yes, I know. He said you designed a simpler version of Black Ice for him.
That's true. The full version required a large network of high-speed servers to run, and the kid didn't have it at his disposal. I'm sorry the light version wasn't able to provide full protection for the boy.
It's rarely convenient to bring a whole server complex on an infiltration mission. You've been a great help. Thank you.
Wait, I want to ask you something. Are you planning to go into WorldCorp?
What do you mean?
I mean, into the basement levels. The basement levels that don't exist.
Maybe I am. Why?
I want you to help me with a very important task. I want you to undo a great mistake I once made. I want you to find the Black Ice mainframe and corrupt the program.
Why? And how?
I helped make that program. I didn't even consider how King wanted to use it. Black Ice is used to monitor all WorldCorp employees. If someone isn't working as efficiently as he could, Black Ice will record him and turn him into King. It also makes sure nobody trespasses on WorldCorp territory. If anybody tries to gain access without proper clearance, their frontal lobes will be fried.
Sounds like you created Big Brother.
Yes, I have. You need to destroy it.
That brings us to the next question. How?
Here, I'm gonna upload these executables into your database. When you find the Black Ice mainframe in the WorldCorp sublevel, log into it and upload them into the server. They will then auto-execute and wreak havoc upon the program. If Black Ice doesn't quarantine them first, that is. But it shouldn't be able to do that.
I see. And what of that guy? Will he be cooperative?
Quite certain he will not, in fact. I prefer you don't let him see you. Not a bad guy, he's just not well in the head. Spent too many hours on the internet. If you can manage to distract him for a while, you should have time to hack the mainframe.
And if I fail to hack it?
That guy isn't the most focused person in the world. I'm sure he's written his login and password down somewhere. Try to look around a bit and find it. I'm sure it'll be there.
Alright, I'll see what I can do. Any idea how I find that basement facility?
Not exactly, but I'm willing to bet there's an entrance inside their headquarters. You may also be able to find an entrance in the sewers, but I don't recommend that. The sewer system in this district is an extremely hostile environment. Finding anything down there is like looking for a needle in a haystack. Once you're in, the rest is cakewalk. Just log into that guy's mainframe terminal and upload the virus. The program will take over from there.